Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thoth Tuesday. And we are going to do Wandering Wednesday. And I should be back in time for Thor Thursday. So let's get right into this. I hope everybody's doing great out there. And there was some things that I channeled, and I came across somebody, and they said some really interesting things to me today. And it just gave me the reassurance that I'm doing what I need to do. The chosen ones were supposed to come out and help people remember. Well, I've been trying to get people to remember. I've also been trying to remember myself. So, it's like a double-edged sword when you're working on it and trying to get everybody else to work on it. The ones that do not like what you are saying, uh, the message isn't for them. Uh, it's not for them, but there are people that need to see and hear this. uh, you need to channel more of yourself. Um, that's why when you get these people that don't agree with what you're doing, they don't need to hear it. They don't need to hear you. There might not be any hope for them on this part of the spiritual journey. But I really think that when they do what they're going to do kind of a mind swipe on a lot of people because they have to get out of that negative spiraling part of the old that they're not ready to release. And, you know, he's somebody also said, stop arguing with people. Uh, Stop arguing with creation because you are going to find the people that believe in you and you're going to come across the people that won't believe in you. And it's okay because you have to get the message out to the right people. So that's where I am. And a lot of people get discouraged on the spiritual journey because they're not sure. But I can positively say, and I've said this to my husband many times, I have never felt so relaxed in my life. I've never felt so sure of what I'm doing in my life. And once you get past the worst part of the dark night of the soul and the coming to realize that what we've been seeing and learning was a lie and how to decipher the truth from the lie, that's what we're doing. So there are so many lies out there and there's so much turmoil that no one knows what to believe. But guess what? If we go within the heart space, we'll get the messages. Uh, the Christ consciousness is within us and told us to go out and create and be better than me. So we could come through Earth School and go back and tell the Creator what we did and what we went through on the 3D planet. This is Earth School. And whether we think so or not, it is Earth School. Think about it. Uh, Most people get up, they go to work eight to five, graveyard shifts, whatever their work is. They go to work and they come home. There's their time clock. Go to work, come home, go to work, come home. Maybe go out on a weekend, maybe go camping for a day, but you got to get back to work on Monday. So basically, we're still in a matrix situation. We're not being able to use the beauty that we're remembering because people aren't listening to it. They're so bogged down with, cell phones, I think, is the worst thing. Cell phones they're good to have, but it has got to the point where people literally sit on their cell phone all day, every day, and just look at shit. I like looking at things on the computer, but more of my stuff is living in the now, is looking at what's being created in the now. And I heard something really interesting. There was a while back, I'm going to tell you the story. My father is a very smart man, but my father is going to be 92 this year, and he has worked all his life. And I always listened to him. I always thought he was a really smart man. And he learned hypnosis and channeling and things like that. And he never really took it too far, but he did the pendulum and he did some things. Let's just say he did some things and he could do it. He could bend a spoon with his mind. I couldn't. I never got there. Excuse me, I've been dreaming a lot. But my dad is the type of person, and I started thinking about this earlier today before I got on. My dad is the type of person that the past is the past and the future is not here. And we're in my now space. My dad was a now space guy. He didn't talk about the future. He didn't harp on the past. We didn't even know anything about his family really, other than my grandmother. He didn't talk about anything. It was like he left the past and he left it there. I mean, there were some memories of people he talked about and this and that, but that's just what it was. It was like a little memory of somebody. What are we? I want you to ask yourself this question. If you have to look in the mirror and really get serious with yourself, what do you think of most of the time during the day? Are you thinking of the past and what that world was like? And are you angry with that world and you could have did something and you didn't? And you're just going on and on and on about the past. Or are you planning something now, thinking of the future? We have to stay in the now space. That is the balance. If you are still living past trauma, you need to get beyond it. You need to quit thinking about it. It's done. We can't fix it. We can't change it. We can't do nothing to it unless we can go back in time. And that hasn't been proven yet, which I'm pretty sure it's there, but we don't. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we don't want to do that, though. We don't want to change somebody's past because that was supposed to be what they did. And we just got to go with the flow right now. Going with the flow is where we need to be. And I hope you brought your coffee because I got coffee and cards. Our life has been going amazing. I write in my gratitude journal every day. And the other day I had a list to go to the grocery store. And on the bottom of my list, I put gratitude, love, and compassion. My husband says, "Where are you going to get this at? That's not on the grocery list." I says, "I'm going to think about it today." That is what I'm going to think about today. I'm going to give thanks and gratitude. And that's it. When we can control it and we can balance it out and not worry about what other people think, feel, or say to us about what we're doing, stay away from the negative right now. Really, I know that a lot of people can't completely stay away from the negative. Every time I get on here with you guys, I start yawning because I take a nap during the day and I do a meditation, and it knows when I'm supposed to be doing my meditation, and usually about 3 or 4 o'clock I'm doing meditation. So I'm here with you guys. So this is our now space, and we're going to get into these cards since I've been blabbing all along. Anyway, I wanted to tell you the story about what happened about a year and a half ago. My father is not in the greatest of health. He has memory problems and things like that, and he's in and out. And he's still walking around. Yet he falls a lot, but he's still walking around, and he's still getting there. Uh, he said to my stepmother about a year ago, he had a piece of paper on the table, and he pushed the paper over to her. And he said, "Look at that." He said, "That's an apple." She, she says, "Okay." He said, "In the future, you will be able to look at that and it will be all the nutrients you need and want." And he pushed it over towards her. And she says, "Okay." She didn't understand what he was saying, but I did because I wrote down what she said to me. And I said to her, I said, I had a dream about that. I had a dream about the food replicator, that we are going to have food that has all the nutrients and everything we need for our avatar to stay healthy. So I've been saying that for a while, that they are going to bring food replicators on. We are not going to, right now, we're all getting sick of eating the same food different day. Everybody is sick of it. Fish, chicken, pork, beef, period. There's nothing more. And we can mix it all the way we want it. We can mix it. But then you've got to look at the gorilla. No, we're not from the gorilla, but you got to look at the wildlife. And the gorilla is huge and masculine and strong. He eats fruit and bananas. Think about it. Fruit and bananas. Um, we are going to go back to eating proper food. The shit on the shelves is just that. It's shit on shelves. Yes, we have to still eat it because we don't have anything else right now. Most of the fruit we're finding out is 3D. The apples aren't tasting real good. They have a chemically taste. And when you cut them, there's really not much seed and core there. I've found a few that didn't even have a seed in it. Those are replicated, and we will have replicating machines. Do you remember back in uh, Back to the Future 4 or 2, where he went into the future to save his family and stuff? Well, if you remember that movie, and go watch it. When he got to the future, they had a replicator box. He says, "I want pizza or something," and he punched it in, and there was a hot pizza that was served. So, yeah, and people are like, well, what are we going to do? We're going to work on self. We are going to help people, and we are going to build and create the Garden of Eden here. That is our mission. But a lot of us have to remember. The ones that don't remember, they weren't meant to remember. It's a lot of people will not go through to the 5D. They will stay in the down 3D world. It's kind of like in Dreams May Come with Robin Williams, where she stayed. She stayed there. She waited for him, and it was just in the dark depths. She didn't want to hear anything. So there's a lot of people like that, and they won't want to hear anything, and it won't be good. Okay, now let's get on with this. Um, I heard Nestle's was building replicator boxes. And what it is it's like an oven, kind of like a microwave. And you will be able to put like I want Aunt Bunny's fruitcake. You put it in and you get Aunt Bunny's fruitcake. And it's not bad. It won't cause you diabetes. It has nothing in it that we shouldn't eat. It's all fresh, the minerals, the vitamins, everything the body needs to sustain. And I heard something earlier a couple days ago, and my husband's always said, morning, you always hear morning is the best thing, morning breakfast, and that gets you going in the morning and do, 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 do. I've never been a morning person. So ever, even when I was young. And even when I woke up, I can remember my mom would buy me instant breakfast, and I'd make some milk and instant breakfast, and I'd drink that before I went to school because I just didn't like to eat when I first get up. So, and then even at lunch, I didn't eat much. And now it's coming towards like dinner, and I'm not hungry. So I've been going through this that nothing looks good. So we just have to be patient right now. And I heard Nestle's, I don't know if I remember saying this, Nestle's is bringing out the replicators. So that is a good thing. And we won't have killing the animals anymore. Those are our brothers and sisters anyway. They are part of us. We won't be killing them off to eat them. We won't be eating meat. We will be eating everything, and it'll look like meat, but it'll be everything that the creator wants us to have in our bodies to sustain our avatar and be healthy. So that was that. But we are going to get the food replicators, the natural healing. They already have frequency centers going up, and everyone will get to use them for free. They will start with the worst of the worst, the children, the people that only have a couple days to live, things like that. And then comes all of us. The worse you are, the quicker you get into it. But you know what? They won't let anybody die. It will be there for everybody to use. So that's what another thing I'm looking forward to. We're going to get healed. And I heard we're going to go back 30 years if we want. I'm going back to 25. I don't know about you guys, but 30, yeah, 30 was a bad year. I'm going back to 25. Know what I know now? Oh my God. Hopefully we'll remember. Oh, I can only think that we might not remember. That would really suck. So I think we're going to remember a lot of things, but I don't think we're going to remember any of the bad. We're going to kind of change the dialogue. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, now let's get into the cards because I've been blabbing enough, but I wanted to cover some stuff with you guys. Okay, we got today is 11/5, 2024. It's 15, it goes to a 6. 11/6 tomorrow, 2024. It's 16, it goes to a 7. Yeah. 6 and 7 is 13, and you come out with a 4. So we are going to read the 4. And see what the 4, where we're starting at. What do we need to look at? What's revealing to us? Number 4 reveals that you need solid structure now more than ever. To feel secure, you need an ordered space. This number brings a sudden burst of energy. Use it to get your life in order. It brings good humor and cheerfulness. Things will be less complicated and life will become easier. Start to be aware of yourself and your body more keenly and take care of your physical needs. Number 4's energy field is the mastery of matter in order to be able to create paradise, wholeness, divine order, and manifestation. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be working on, and we need to remember that. Now, we got a number 30 on the Soul Helper Oracle, and it goes a 3. So, every message is a divine message. Number 3 is a divine number. A new age partnership is like a gentle mirror that reflects every aspect of us, helping us to negotiate the path of self-awareness more easily. In this partnership, we feel as though we can fly. It gives us the strength to believe that anything is possible, that we can grow and be a mutual support to each other. It teaches us that everyone and everything is unique and divine. This partnership begins where desire for the other person's cease, replaced by a tender merging where possessions and control give way to letting go and freedom. Are you ready for this? This partnership begins where desire ends. So remember that. You have drawn this card because your soul path is touching that of another person. The two of you now have the opportunity to combine and merge your paths for a time that will be mutually enriched. Alternatively, you are already in a partnership that is now demonstrating the required maturity and necessary willingness to reveal itself as a partnership worthy of the new world. Examine yourself and do whatever is necessary in order to live in and enjoy such a partnership. Only those who give to their partner everything that they would like for themselves can receive the same in return. Your partnership will be a mirror for all the partnerships of the new world that will emerge the future. However, this card is also telling you that now is the time for action. The time has come to tackle this issue. You are the creator of all that is. all that is or is not in your future. It lies in your own hands. Your helpers for the next 21 days. The power animal is the hare, the rabbit. Herbal essence oil is jasmine. Healing crystal is rhodotite, and number is 3. So, what does the 3 have to say? Number 3 indicates that now is a good time to take care of your soul families, both in this world and in others. Make contact and tell them that you love and need them. They will hear you. You will find strength, healing, and answers among those closely connected to you. This number teaches you to look at everything, to become an observer, and wisdom will come. Number 3's energy field brings about diversity, creativity, and seeing the world of the divine. Yeah, that is a beautiful card. And look, that's masculine and feminine. It's a perfect way to start our coffee and cards. So nice and quiet in here. All the fur babies and my husband are all sleeping. It's like the hottest part of the day, so everybody takes a nap. That's why I'm young. I'm late for my meditation. When they take a nap, I meditate. Okay, we got another 4, and we know we just heard what 4 was, and it is what goes around comes around. And this is from the Human Spirit Oracle. Round and round we go, where we stop, nobody knows. When we go through a lot, it takes a lot to continue to do good and to be good. Whether you believe in karma or not, its practice is based on being a good person through spreading positivity and good deeds, both to ourselves and others. Today, spread some kindness, smile at a stranger, compliment a friend, or even just hold the door for someone behind you. Always remember that what goes around comes around. I promise that when you do good, you feel good. Ever have someone compliment your shoes, your smile, or even your attitude? Didn't it just brighten your day? You carry an extra bit of the confidence in your step. A wider smile. This is a wonderful thing to send out like a boomerang into the world. It always seems to return exactly when you need it the most. Yeah, isn't that kind of interesting? And this card, he's doing whatever. It's smoking back here on both sides. It's going so fast. And then you've got the curtain call down here. And it says karma. Okay, that was a good card too. Now, this card came out. It needs to be shown. Be vigilant. Right now, they're closing down the cities, gas stations in the big cities, for this nightmare of a stupid thing that everybody runs out and votes for. And guess what? Our vote does not count. Sorry to burst your little bubble, but be vigilant, be watchful, and cautious of both others' actions and your own. Stand ready to protect yourself from those who may covet what you have or seek to harm those you care for. But also be vigilant and watchful of your own actions, lest you be the one doing harm. Weigh your actions, be sure you act wisely, be sure you have done all that needs to be done before moving forward, leaving nothing to chance, lest all you have nurtured and cherished be undone by your own lack of vigilance. And he has the tree of life sitting on him. Right now, we do have to be vigilant because we have a lot of things going on in our world that doesn't look normal. It doesn't look right. And there is some things that we need to go over. Yeah. Um, Angels and ancestors had one card to share. It was the Druid hold the space. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of Britain, Ireland, and France. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. The scholars who created the Oham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in your reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next to have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life itself, time to shift your perception and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. Yeah, he's got the crystal up here at the very tip of his walking stick, and the feathers, uh, and the fur, and he's in nature, and he's holding the space. Now, okay, now we got the gateway of light activation. It's the third eye activation, brow chakra, inner visions, and clear seeing. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of clearness come out when we are really in our own moment. The third eye or brow chakra is the energy center found in the middle of the forehead between the brows, often represents as an eye. It governs all aspects of our visions, including dreaming, reading between the lines, visualization, and even having psychic insight. This card transports us through a gateway representing our spiritual connections. Seeing with our inner eye is our divine right, and our soul self has never forgotten how to do it. In fact, we are often using this special talent even when we don't realize it. For example, when we imagine something before it happens, the gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic ability and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Know that great potential and healing will be unleashed when the space is activated. If you have an intention about something, trust that you are seeing. This is a sacred time for a psychic potential that you have had since childhood, is awakening from slumber. You've always you've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. Now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening, and your own inner vision stronger than you imagine. You have an innate ability to see further than the human eye and are able to identify the energies of what is going on around you. With your activated third eye, this gateway is here as a confirmation that what you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment, and that you are being supported as you develop the source given gift. We need to activate that third eye. Rub it a little bit, tap it, and you can feel it you can feel your eyes getting tired, but your third eye coming open. So yeah, it's pretty quick. And the other day I was looking at this palm person, and they said if you have this like X right here, which I do have it, you're a mystic. But I noticed, like right now, when I touch that part of my hand, it's ticklish, and I'm not a ticklish person. My husband says, "Are you ticklish anywhere?" And no, right here, I'm very, very ticklish. It's very ticklish. So I do have a ticklish spot that I discovered the other day while playing with a palm reader. Okay, we need to read the Magic Spirit Oracle because it's a 6 and it's trying to tell us something. And so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. Releasing rebirth, spring, and alchemy. I am awakening and appreciating the flowers of my soul. Spring season of the soul, less mind, more heart, less thinking, more being. This is a sign of rebirth, a positive omen of renewal, and a reminder that it is time to move on from whatever it was, from whatever it is, a relationship, a dark night of the soul, a psychological limitation, a challenge, growing pains, or even just general life stagnation. A change is about to happen or wants to happen, but you may not be letting it, even if it's at a subconscious level. Your soul is reaching out to you. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? It is time to let go now. It is time to trust. You have overcome the winter. Oh, you have overcome a winter of sorts, or are about to. It has been harsh in its lesson, but it is no longer serving you. You have already learned what you were meant to. There is no need to continue overanalyzing, holding onto, or ruminate, ruminating on this winter. You just need to channel your energy in a new direction where you channel this free energy. The seasons are changing within you, whether you want them to or not. Are you resisting because you are too in your head? Your soul is blooming from all the pain that you alchemized into power, but you have yet to see the garden that has grown within you, everything that you have transformed within yourself, wisdom, grace, resilience, and shedding of skin. Not everything needs to be mentally examined. Sometimes the life source within you just flows without needing your consciousness attention. Sometimes we just bloom naturally with the gentle guidance of spirit at our backs. Sometimes our heart is that one that needs to lead. Combine meditation and visualization upon waking or whenever you feel called to. It could just be a moment of your day. Imagine the spring within. You are walking through the garden of your soul. The last now The last snow of winter is melting, and the sun is warm on your skin. You are walking away from a cold, dark winter, ready to embrace the changing lessons within you. Yeah, we are trying to embrace that, and we will embrace that. We just got to work on self. Self is very, very, very important. I can't stress it enough. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to read the golden future and get this out of the way because I think this needs to be thought of while I'm reading this. 18, which is the number 9, we know 9 goes into itself. Manifestation and mind control. Focus your thoughts. So yeah, this is right now you're surrounded by water and energy. Deep relaxation, contemplation, and visualization are the foundations for maintaining a high frequency and activating spiritual gifts. In the golden future, everyone, including children, will practice these techniques. They will also learn mind control methods and visualization precisely and clearly until their third eye chakra opens, powerful enough to manifest. Later, when the fifth dimensional navel chakras of humanity are fully awake, people will practice higher manifestation techniques. Individuals and communities will create a picture of what they want in their navel chakra and will then become their Kundalini power to take it up through the soul star chakra. When such an image for the highest good is streamed out from the soul star chakra, from the unmanifested world into the physical one, when several people work together, they can make magic happen. Manifesting for the highest good using visualization and control, crystals and sound will transform the way people live. Yeah, because I already seen that. This is a card of power. Receiving it is a reminder that you have untapped gifts you can develop. It is a time to bring forward the talent, possibilities within you. Your guidance is to practice deep relaxation, spend time in quiet contemplation, and be visualization. Mind control confers enormous influences. It must be used with wisdom and only for the very highest good of all. Before you apply this gift, ensure you are living in a fifth dimensional way, in cooperation and oneness with others. Then bring in the 12th, fifth dimensional each day until you feel your navel chakra has opened, become highly orange. Then ask Master Merlin, the great alchemist and magician, to oversee you for the highest good when you are practicing manifestation. Utilize it to help the world. Yeah, that's what I do. When I do the manifestation, I am trying to help the world because we all live in the world and we have family and loved ones that we're praying get on these med beds. And I heard the med beds are coming out real soon. Um, they will be frequency, light, healing, and energy, and they will have them free for everyone. But will only be taking at first the children that are just veterans, children, handicapped. The ones that really need it right now are the ones that are going to get it. And it's going to be free. It's going to be naturally, we're going to have it in our home. We're going to have this one room in our home. I've seen it in video. It's called our healing room. And we can go in there and we can meditate and we can release things. And we have to release things because that's what causes dis-ease in our life. Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to do. We are going to start reading these cards because these cards had some interesting stuff to say. And we got a number 19, which is a 10, which is a 1. And this is the Dragon's Lair. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things dangerous territory to tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to be cool, to be the core. That said peril is also exciting and exhilarating. Like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you will be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in the risk taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. I like the way they said that because it's like in this card, you get the beady little eyes and the dragon's lair, and it's like the dragon's flying around up here, and this beady eye person is just waiting to get into the dragon's lair. But the dragon's protecting it, so it's gonna have to wait till the dragon like goes to sleep or something and get in here. Okay, now the clarifier for that card was the Knight of Cups. Chessboard, playing chess. Idealist, charming, artistic, graceful, tactful, diplomacy, mediator, and negotiator. The Knight of Cups represents romance, creativity, and beauty. The card is a sign that you may be moving forward with a creative project you have intimately felt compelling to a normal. Romance, attraction, flirtation, being in love with love, unrealistic expectations of love. Diplomacy at work, tactfulness creates better team coherence, creative solutions. This card can also serve as a reminder to be vulnerable and express love to those open you, although it can feel scary to bear and our soul. This bravery will allow for greater intimacy and connection. It's interesting. There's all kinds of magic around that chessboard, and I know we're playing 3D chess right now at Trumpster. Okay, now we've got a number 26, which is a page of swords, and this is deep freeze. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put actively on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and but a freeze on things that are done yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Fargo admits activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gesture, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not the need into. This is almost This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now, so reflect. Read a good book or get a message, reset, and dreams. That's pretty interesting because I'm thinking that there's some people that are still kind of in the dragon's lair waiting to see what's going to happen. And then you've got the deep freeze that it's going to bring things forth because you got the paid Knight of Cups, and he is playing the chess game just right, but he's in a deep freeze right now. He's not sure. And with the deep freeze, we got the Page of Swords, which doesn't surprise me. Deep freeze is cold, and not a lot of people love freeze. Some people do. And then you got the Page of Swords, and we've got a lot of Sagittarius here, the hunter. Curious, willy, chally, communication, inspired, vigilant, alert, mental ability. We already had to stay vigilant. The Page of Swords represents communication, innovation, and moving forward with projects. The asker may be bringing with new ideas or enthusiasm and exploring ways to publicly share them. You may need to contact a professional consultant for help in order to make a decision. Carefully weigh in priorities, pros and cons before arguing or signing a contract. Yeah, I just told some friends of mine last night, don't do anything right now. Don't sell your house unless it's boom, you need to get out of it and it's sold right away. And don't buy a new vehicle. Don't buy a new house yet. Just wait a little while. I have this feeling that we are going to be getting like 3D houses, and they're going to be paid off, and we are going to be able to live and put it where we want to put it. There's going to be a lot of things change in this world, and I know a lot of people are not ready for this. I've seen what it's going to be, so I know it's going to be amazingly beautiful. But the deconstruction right now of the old guard is what's really, really putting everybody in kind of a panic because we're so used to that. Okay, we also have the 12 of Swords, which is another 3. And this one message right here is divine. And I really think you need to listen to this message. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember the old cliché, slow and steady wins the race? This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Slow and steady. Just remember, slow and steady. And she's holding her heart. She sees lights up here, and she's got the gray sky, which we all have too, but she's got the energy, and she is got the snail as her body. So she is taking it slow and gentle to discover what is in front of her instead of trying to guess. So, yeah. Now, I seen this card come out, and I know what this card's going to say. But remember, it's a clarifier for slow and steady. The 3 of Swords. This is the heartbreak card, but it's also a divine message. Heartbreak, separation, sadness, grief, sorrow, upset, loss, trauma, fears. The 3 of Swords is a card carrying intention, tension, and heartbreak, perhaps as a result of a relationship ending, a communication failure, a bitter argument, or a betrayal. The asker may be carrying grief, emotional pain, or feeling of rejection. This is breakup, argument, conflict, separation, sadness, and tears. Conflicts at work, job loss, hurt feelings at work, feeling hopeless, loss of assets, divisions of assets after breakup. The asker is reminding that no matter how much pain they may be feeling. They have control over the meaning they give to an experience. They should be careful not to push their loved ones away just because they feel tense and irritable. Yeah, be careful with that. I mean, there's a lot of emotions right now in the now space. And when we are taking it slow and steady, we will be feeling emotions because we will be looking at all that stuff. And there will be heartache, but it's something in our now space that we have to kind of walk through and really look at. It's like walking through time and seeing things unfold that never did unfold, but it did unfold, but it didn't unfold as you thought it did. And now that you're seeing it because slow and steady, you're looking at it more, and it's hard, kind of like a broken heart card. And we got a 42, which is wide open. We've got her back towards us. She's looking at everything. It's wide open. She's got a butterfly coming down with energy along it, and she's got her arms spread. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are pre-sentenced to you at this time. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizon beyond what you believe to be limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time. So speak up and speak out. This card is a sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open spaces of possibilities, allowing for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. I really like the ending card for this, and now I know why we got the world. It's a 21. It's a 3, but it's reversed. Uh, she's on her head. Lack of closure, lack of achievement, feeling incomplete, emptiness. You may have achieved many things, but you feel a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction. You have all the pieces, but they don't seem to fit together in a meaningful way. Missing something in love life, rake, raking partner for taking partner for granted, false measures of success, missing pieces in career, close to completion, financial goal, unfulfilled despite financial comfort. You may be feeling increasingly tempted to give up on what you love, started, and leave things unfinished. Perhaps you are resistant to change, feeling that you are not yet ready for new experiences. Come on, people. We are ready for new experiences. The cards are telling us that we are ready. It may not be comfy. It's not going to be all sugar plums and rainbows. We know that a lot of people are still going through the dark night of the soul. It's a lesson. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to fall off the cliff and die unless you're. Oh, Ghost Ezra on my Telegram just posted, and he says, "My fellow Americans, we have reached our final battle." Ooh. I don't know what else it says. Elon Musk has confirmed to me that his PAC team is now developing or deploying. There's all kinds of stuff going out there right now, guys. We're going back to 50s prices. Taxes are going to be gone. Property tax is going to be nil. These people have been stealing from us for years. Mortgages, it's like a mortgage. Morgue. You're in the morgue. You'll never get it paid off. So that's what we're doing. We're going out of the old. We're coming into the new. We don't want to stay in the old. And we don't want to jump up to the new. We are in the now space. And we have to remember that. We have to work on now, right now. Don't think of the past. You can't go back and tweak it and change it. Don't think of the future. You're not there yet. Let's just go right now with the flow, slow and steady on the now space, and we'll all be good to go. Yay. Okay. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And guess what? Just be you.